What if I told you that the happiest people in their later years don't just stumble upon joy, they cultivate it? And the secret isn't in wealth, luck, or avoiding hardship. It's in the wisdom they choose to live by every single day. If you're between 65 and 80, these years can be some of the most fulfilling of your life. But happiness isn't something that just happens. It's built through the right mindset, habits, and choices. The truth is, some people reach their later years feeling more content than ever, while others find themselves weighed down by regrets, loneliness, and dissatisfaction. So what makes the difference? What do the happiest seniors know that others don't? It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about mastering the perspectives that allow you to navigate them with grace. Today, we're diving into 5 powerful life wisdoms that happy seniors live by. Wisdoms that can truly change how you experience these years. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll have a new way of looking at your later years. One that brings more peace, purpose, and joy than you might have thought possible. Let's get started. 1. Let go of what you can't control. One of the biggest sources of frustration in life is trying to control things that are simply beyond our power. And the older you get, the more you realize just how little control you actually have. Your body changes. The world moves at a different pace. People around you make decisions that you may not always agree with. But the happiest people over 65 understand something crucial. Peace comes from letting go. Think about a time when you stressed over something for weeks, maybe even months, only to realize later that all that worrying didn't change the outcome at all. It just stole your joy. Maybe it was a family situation that didn't turn out the way you hoped, or a decision made by someone close to you that you wished you could have changed. The truth is, the only thing you truly have control over is how you respond to life, not life itself. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing what's within your power and choosing to focus your energy on that. For example, you can't stop aging, but you can take care of your health and stay active. You can't make people behave the way you want them to, but you can choose how you react and what kind of energy you bring to your relationships. Take Paul, for example. At 74, he used to spend a lot of time frustrated about how his grown children didn't call as often as he wanted. He'd dwell on it, feeling unappreciated. But one day he made a shift. He stopped waiting for them to reach out and started reaching out himself. He made peace with the fact that their lives were busy. Instead of feeling resentful, he focused on enjoying the moments when they did connect. And guess what? His relationship with them actually improved. Happiness in your later years isn't about controlling the world around you. It's about knowing when to let go, where to focus your energy, and choosing peace over frustration. Because when you stop trying to control everything, you free yourself to truly enjoy life. 2. Prioritize connection over loneliness. Loneliness is one of the biggest challenges people face as they get older. It creeps in slowly, sometimes without you even realizing it. Friends move away. Family members get caught up in their own lives. And before you know it, the days feel longer and quieter than they used to. But the happiest people over 65 don't just accept loneliness. They fight against it by making connection a priority. Human beings are wired for connection. Science has shown that strong social ties can actually help you live longer, improve your health, and even protect against memory decline. But here's the thing, staying connected doesn't happen by accident. It takes effort. You have to be intentional about maintaining relationships, making new friends, and putting yourself in situations where you can engage with others. Take Helen, for example. At 78, she found herself spending more time alone after her husband passed away. At first, she didn't mind. She enjoyed the quiet. But over time, she started feeling isolated, like she was disappearing from the world. Instead of letting that feeling consume her, she made a decision. She joined a local book club, then started going to a community exercise class. Little by little, her world expanded again. She found herself laughing, sharing stories, and feeling alive in a way she hadn't in years. You don't have to be the most social person in the world to stay connected. It can be as simple as calling an old friend, joining a hobby group, or even chatting with your neighbors when you see them outside. The key is to reach out, even when it feels easier to stay home. Focus on growth, not just survival. Aging doesn't mean you stop growing. In fact, the happiest people over 65 understand that personal growth is just as important now as it was in their younger years. Too many people fall into the trap of just getting by in old age, waking up, going through the motions, and waiting for time to pass. But life still has more to offer. And the people who embrace this truth find a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Think about Richard. At 72, he realized he had spent his entire life focusing on work, raising his kids, and taking care of responsibilities. But once he retired, he felt lost. Instead of resigning himself to boredom, he decided to learn something new, playing the piano, something he had always wanted to do but never had time for. He started with simple tunes, then worked his way up. It wasn't about becoming an expert. It was about keeping his mind engaged, his hands busy, and his heart full of excitement again. Growth doesn't have to mean learning an instrument. It could be picking up a new hobby, reading more books, trying out a fitness routine, or even traveling to new places. The key is to find something that makes you feel like you're still expanding your horizons. Your brain thrives on learning. Studies show that keeping your mind active reduces the risk of cognitive decline and even helps protect against diseases like Alzheimer's. But beyond the science, there's something deeply fulfilling about knowing you are still evolving, still capable of mastering new skills and experiencing life in fresh ways. 4. Choose people who lift you up. As you get older, the people you surround yourself with become even more important. Some people drain your energy, while others fill your life with laughter, kindness, and purpose. The happiest seniors understand that relationships should add to their lives, not take away from them. That's why they intentionally choose to spend time with people who bring positivity rather than negativity. Take Helen again. At 74, she found herself in a group of friends who did nothing but complain about their health, their families, and how the world was changing. Every time she met with them, she left feeling exhausted. Then one day, she reconnected with an old friend who had a completely different mindset. Instead of complaining about life, this friend talked about new books she was reading, trips she wanted to take, and how grateful she was for simple pleasures. After spending time with her, Helen felt uplifted, energized, and inspired. That's when she realized, who you spend time with affects how you feel every single day. If you spend your time with people who are constantly negative, it will slowly drain your happiness. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with optimistic, supportive, and engaging people will keep your spirit alive. Good relationships aren't just emotionally satisfying. They have a direct impact on your health. Studies show that seniors with strong social connections live longer, have lower rates of depression, and even experience less physical pain. Laughter, good conversations, and shared moments with the right people release feel-good hormones in your brain that improve your overall well-being. So take a moment to think. Who in your life lifts you up, and who leaves you feeling drained? The happiest seniors make a conscious choice. They choose relationships that bring them peace, laughter, and motivation, and they let go of those that don't. 5. Keep learning and challenging yourself. One of the greatest secrets to happiness in your later years is staying curious. The happiest seniors never stop learning. They understand that life isn't about reaching a finish line. It's about continuously growing, exploring, and discovering new things. Think about Robert. He retired at 68 and initially enjoyed the slow pace of life. But after a while, he started feeling unfulfilled, like something was missing. One day, he decided to take up painting, something he had never done before. At first, he was terrible at it, but over time, he improved. Before he knew it, painting became something he looked forward to every day. It gave him a creative outlet and connected him with others who shared his passion. Whether it's learning a new skill, picking up a hobby, or simply staying curious about the world, keeping your mind active is one of the best things you can do for your well-being. It prevents cognitive decline, improves memory, and gives you a renewed sense of purpose. Curiosity doesn't fade with age. It's something you nurture. Embrace change, try new things, and stay mentally engaged with the world around you. Because when you're learning, you're living. Final thoughts. Happiness in your later years isn't something that just happens. It's something you create. It's not about having a perfect life. It's about making intentional choices every single day that bring you fulfillment, peace, and meaning. The seniors who are happiest aren't the ones who had the easiest lives. They're the ones who learn to focus on what truly matters. They build strong relationships, embrace gratitude, let go of unnecessary burdens, take care of their health, and keep their minds engaged. Maybe you've been feeling like life is slowing down, that things aren't as exciting as they once were. But here's the truth. This stage of your life is just as meaningful, and full of possibilities as any other time. You have the power to make these years some of the best of your life. So ask yourself, which of these wisdoms do you already practice, and which ones do you need to work on? Every small step you take makes a difference. Start today, live with intention. Focus on what truly makes you happy, and cherish every moment you have. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts inspire us. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and uplifts. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.